What's up guys, in this video I'll break down the instrumental for TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. The beats were produced by Mustard alongside other producers, but yeah, let's get right into the video. So the first beat comes in at around 100 BPM and it changes slightly in the second beat. There it is 101, but that's only a minor difference. But let's start with the sample here. So the sample is called MacArthur Park by Monk Higgins. He's an American saxophonist, and let's find the chops. So first off, this sample is pitched up 4 semitones, but if we go through the song, we will find these two parts. And when we put these two together, it sounds like this. And there we have it, that's basically the intro. Then we need to find the main chop, of course. That can be found later in the song. The specific part where we get the main chop from sounds like this in the sample. And if we take 3 chops from that, we'll get to the main chop that sounds like this. And yeah, that's basically how I chopped the sample to make it sound like in the original song. Then we of course have some effects on the sample. In the intro, I put on a low cut and a high cut to make it sound like just in a real song. And for the main chop, I added another EQ. And also I added a reverb. That's just, you can just notice that in a real song, and that makes it identical. And yeah, that's it for the sample for this first beat. Then we have the hi-hat, clap, and the 808. The hi-hat I use is called TSG hi-hat closed 808, and isolated it sounds like this. Then we have the Venexi go-to clap. And lastly, the basic spins 808 with some more saturation on it. Then the last 3 things we have for this instrumental is this guitar slide. I played this note with my guitar and added a bunch of effects like an amp, amplitude 5, rotary mod for the phasing effect, EQ, reverb, and some widening. And then I resampled it and reversed it to make this sound. Layered with this wind riser from the Real Laver kit. And that makes up the whole guitar slide. Then we have a perk that you can barely hear in the song. And the last thing is the piano. I used the grand piano from Keyscape for this, and it plays these notes. And yeah, that's it for the first beat. Now the beat switch, like I said, comes in at around 101 BPM, and the sample we use for this is Overture by John Barry. And if you search in the song, you can find a part that sounds like this. And a part that is a bit more expressive. And with these 2 chops, we're all set for the rest of the beat. This sample is also a bit pitch shifted, so it's minus 24 cents and it's adjusted to the BPM, but that is just a minor difference because the original sample isn't in 440 Hz. In terms of the EQ, I added a general low cut and also an EQ that comes in at certain parts where the sample needs to sound different. What's definitely different in this sample is that we have a phasing effect. So I used the rotary mod for this. It's an Eventide plugin. The preset is called Try Spin. When you enable it, it sounds like this. But when we get to the more expressive part, we turn it off. And yeah, that is all for the sample. Now we move on to the drums. They are really simple here again. So we have a hi-hat, clap, an 808. The new thing here is that we have an open hat as well. The hi-hat I use is called Venexi Hit 1. Then we have a Twilight clap, the Nico Chiaro open hat 2, and the Spins 808 again. Throughout the song, the drums are arranged in different ways. Sometimes we have this stomp effect, really gives it this West Coast classic type feel. And the only thing that's missing is the Detroit bass. I layered 3 trillion bass presets for this. The first one is called Classic TB303 Resolve Saw. The second one is called Classic TB303 Resolve Square. And the third one is called Juicy TB303 Resolve Square. And to give it some width, I added the ozone imager too. And a bit sneaky but important is this symphony bass that comes in the last few bars. It sounds like this on its own. And together like this. I got this sound using the BBC Symphony Orchestra bass. Yeah, that's it for the second beat. Yeah, that is basically everything used in TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. I'll link the full instrumental here. I made it prior to this video, so if you want to check that out, that would be good. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.